Children, this is science period. We have starting with a new chapter, chapter number 4. This is heat. So children, you see many things all around you. Touching some of the things you feel hot, while touching some of the things you feel cold. So children, you know that accordingly we wear clothes also. Either we prefer clothes also. We prefer to have cotton clothes, and these cotton clothes, as you know, are basically made up of plant fiber. But we wear woolen clothes during the winter season when it is very cold outside. Woolen clothes keep us warm, so we wear them during the winter season, either when we go to any hill station, snowfall is there, or it is cold outside. But we prefer to wear light colored cotton clothes when it is hot. And this gives us the feeling of coolness. But when we wear the woolen clothes, it gives us the feeling of warmness. So you might have wondered why particular types of clothes are suitable for a particular season. It is because our body maintains the warmness or coolness with the help of these clothes that we wear in a particular season. In winter, you feel cold inside the house, but if you come in contact with the sun, either when you come out in the sun, you feel warm. In summers, you feel hot, even inside the house. So children, how do we know whether an object is hot or cold? Or else, how do we find out that an object is cold or an hot? So in this chapter, we will try to answer all these questions that comes to your mind after going through this. Children, in our day-to-day life, we come across with a number of objects such as hot tea, candles, flame, soup, then we have milk, that is milk we can have cold milk, either cold coffee or ice cream, or else we can have chocolate milk which is hot. So many objects we come across, and we see that some of these objects are cold while some are hot. So you also know that some objects are hotter than the other, while some are colder than the others. So how to decide which object is hotter and which object is colder? So we often do it by touching, but it is our sense of touch reliable? So to find out whether when we touch any object we are getting the correct sense, whether it is hot or cold or not. So children, there is an activity 4.1 which is given in your textbook. So here you have to find out which object is cold and which is hot. So they have taken 3 small tubs or container and labeled them as A, B and C. Now they have put cold water in container A, hot water in container B, and hot and cold water in another. So we found that here these 3 tubs have got different type of water. Now, making sure that the water is not that warm, either not that hot that your hands may get burnt. So now what we do? We mix some cold and hot water in container A, and we will dip our left hand into container A and right hand in container B, and we will keep our hand in these two containers for few minutes. After putting the hand simultaneously in container C, do both the hands get the same feeling? No, both the hands will not get the same feeling. So Buzo says, my left hand tells me that the water in container C is hot, and the right hand tells me that the same water in container A is cold. So what should he do now? So Buzo is confused and shows that he cannot always rely on his sense of touch to decide whether an object is hot or cold. So sometimes it may deceive us, it may not give us the correct answer. Then how do we find out either an object is hot or cold really? So for this, we use the term temperature. A reliable measure of the hotness of an object is the temperature. And this temperature is measured by a device called thermometer. Children, as you know, heat is a form of energy which enable us to feel the hotness or the coldness. And temperature is the measurement of this hotness of an object. So I hope you have understood the two terms, heat and temperature, and with the help of which we measure this temperature is called a thermometer. So it is a device which is used to measure this temperature. So here we have different types of thermometer. So among them, one is your clinical thermometer. Later on we will have many more other. So here we see that heat always flows from an hot object to a cold object. So here I have given you few objects and you have to find out and categorize them under hot or cold. So these objects are candle, tea, ice cream, cold drink, lava, snow, Pepsi and soup. So here your snowman. So here you have to categorize them, and this is how you can categorize different objects under different headings as your hot and cold. So children, that you do it on your own. Now how do we often decide which object is hotter and which object is colder? So as I said, we can do it by touching, but our sense of touch is not reliable. That means always we will get what we feel is not the truth. That is only our feeling. Sometimes it may be hot for us, but may be cool for the other one. Sometimes maybe it is cold for the other one, and it is not that cold for me. So it varies. So ending up the chapter and starting up tomorrow with the same topic, that is thermometer. So what is thermometer? It's a device which is used to measure the temperature. This is another type of thermometer, and this is said to be your digital thermometer. This is a laboratory thermometer. This is a room thermometer. Maximum and minimum temperature we get with this type of thermometer. So, hope so, children, that you have understood the starting of your chapter heat, and now we will be discussing later further with the chapter. Thanks and bye bye and Saira.